So we've all been there, phone in the cup holder, or you might have a phone mount or something like that. It's not perfect. So in this video, I'm going to fix this by fitting an Apple CarPlay head unit that I bought off Amazon for only £40. So I'm actually going to get a man to fit this because I don't really know what I'm doing. So I've got this man.
Neither do I. I paid a man to fit mine.
I thought you knew how to do it.
Well, I did, but then I fitted mine and it flew out, so I just got someone else to do it. But we'll give it a go.
Those words ringing in my ears, our attention turned to what I had actually bought.
So we've got reverse camera.
Not using the reverse camera.
We've got wiring loom. Is that the right one?
Yep, so the wiring loom was actually 3 times the price of the Amazon head unit.
Really?
Yep, £140 for the fascia and the Connect 2 loom.
This was £140
£140, yeah. And then obviously we've got the head unit, which was £40.
We've also got a remote.
I'm not going to throw that because we might need it.
You can't reach the stereo when you're driving, which is a really well-known problem with these cars. The seats are so far back, you can't actually... So yeah, you got the remote.
Yeah, I've installed that.
Yeah, we've got a pit trim, which is actually really nice because this is rubber coated, it's rubberized. Yeah. So it's like the factory finish, isn't it? It's actually a really nice bit of trim now.
And obviously we'll put all the links to this in the description. You can get these cheaper on Amazon, but then you won't get the nice rubber coating.
And you want a nice bit of quality.
You do.
Qualityness. And then we've got the head unit.
Yep, so there you go.
Right.
You just hold those for a minute.
So
Taylor got to work removing the screws that hold the centre console down. I unsheathed the handbrake and removed a few more screws to finally release it. 2 trims later and we were ready to pull the radio. But this is where things went slightly wrong.
Oh!
Ah!
Oh!
Oh.
Wait.
I hate this so much.
Wait.
I think we've not undone everything.
It moves on this side, but not this
But the
side.
whole dash is moving, so there must be something.
Yeah, but... Ow! My fingers are really sore.
It turns out, despite what numerous tutorials say,
Then there's a screw on each side here. Then you just give it a good pull.
there is a bolt that holds the radio in deep inside the dash. Once removed, the radio comes out easily. Had I Googled it properly, I probably would have known that. Now, I had to remove the HVAC unit from the old fascia. This was held on with 4 Phillips head screws, and I installed it onto the new one.
And then refitting is the opposite of removal.
While this was happening, Taylor made a start on the wiring.
Oh shit, I've just torn the instructions.
After a little cutting and splicing, the very simple, easy to install and definitely plug and play wiring harness was powering up the head unit. And it was giving us sound.
The radio is finally in after many tries.
Well, it's not in yet.
It's not in yet,
It's
no.
working. We're going to get to the not in yet bit now with this fascia. And we've got to pop it there like that and screw it in place. But we need to make this fit into here, basically.
And how are we going to do that?
So it's got 2 little brackets that clip into the sides and then screw onto the side of the head unit, which is fine. But this head unit is slightly too tall, so it fouls on the bottom part and the top part of this fascia. So what we need to do is gently trim this little lip at the bottom and the top.
With the head unit sitting in the fascia, we used the supplied brackets to secure it in place. A quick shake test later,
That's going nowhere.
and we were ready to finally install it in the car.
Plug that in, plug that in. Okay.
Yeah! It only cost £40 plus 140 for the kit and 4.5 hours of our lives.
Yeah. And
China. So it's been about 2 months since we installed the £40 Amazon Apple CarPlay head unit into my car, and I wanted to give it a bit of time and actually test it to see if it's any good. So I've done about 2,000 or 3,000 miles and 2 track days, so it's had its fair share of stress testing. So first off, Apple CarPlay works great, connects really quickly, and I'll quickly show you now. Just grab this camera and we can show you. I'll put a timer on screen so you know how long it takes. So we just plug it in, and it is as quick as that. This car does 0 to 60 in longer than that, So it's pretty impressive. Touchscreen works okay. This is where I'd kind of mark it down a little bit. It's not a capacitive touchscreen. So it's not as responsive as you're used to with something like your phone, but it's fine. Like, it's good enough. You can go on Google Maps, you know, you can search, go onto the keyboard. It all works fine. It's not terrible. And in my MX5, it's not a problem because my hand is obviously quite close to the screen. As for the screen, this is another place where I probably would mark it down slightly. So the resolution's really good. At night or with the roof up, it's usually okay. But in my car at least, you do get a bit of a problem with reflections. So you can probably see it on the GoPro shot now. You can see the sky and the seat. So if you've got someone sat next to you, you get the reflection of their arm. It can make it a bit difficult to read even when you're not in dark mode. So that's something that's a bit disappointing. Another thing that I found a little disappointing, and we have to come out of Apple CarPlay to show you, is I still haven't got these steering wheel buttons to work. Now, that could be mine and Taylor's fault. And to be honest with you, the system itself is a little bit confusing. So you go into setup, you go to wheel, and then it's, you know, you've got long press the steering wheel, then short pr. Now, I thought maybe it was like you had to short press and do a long press at the same time. Tried every kind of permeation of that. It just doesn't seem to work, which is a bit of a shame. Obviously, I can't say what the reversing camera is like because we didn't plug it in. It's an MX5. Come on. And yeah, I mean, it was £40. The fact I can't get the steering wheel to work isn't the end of the world. You just reach across, do the volume with your hand like you would in, you know, most slightly older cars. And for what I use it for, you know, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, I'd love for it to not be wired, but again, it was £40. And realistically, I could buy one of those little dongles and take it out, put it in the back, and then you'd have wireless Apple CarPlay. However, there's no way it would be as quick to connect and the connection would be as reliable as I've experienced. So overall, if I was to give it a mark out of 10, I'd probably give it a 7. Value is right up there. Everything works. I get my Apple CarPlay. Jobs are good in. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next. And something a bit special is going to happen to my MX5 in the next few weeks. So there'll be a video about that, of course.
Where's my little trim tool? Where have I popped it? I can't remember.
No.
Look.
Haven't you got a Dremel?
Somewhere. This honestly will be better and neater with this.